Hey folks, Johnny Fuel. Today is the start of day 3, and I'm going to take a route that takes me southeast of Moab. And I think I forgot to do a proper cap on yesterday. So at the end of day 2, I had done, I did a few hours riding through those rocks and dirt roads and things, and then up the switchback, up the mountain. And then I had lunch, and then I went back, backtracked about halfway to find my campsite that I decided not to use, and checked it out. And I was impressed. It's a nice campsite and a nice campground. It's up on the mesa. And then came back and I used the pool here, and then had some dinner and just relaxed in the evening and went to bed early. So that leaves me to day 3. And I am about to pack up and get going. So I'm leaving Moab first thing in the morning here, and I like some of these views of just the road and the route, because it's so pretty out here. But anyway, in terms of where I'm going to the La Sal Mountains. There's a beautiful drive that goes kind of up and around part of the La Sal Mountain. I'm going to show a map here. You can see Moab in the dead center, and the word La Sal in the lower right corner. So the La Sal mountain range area is southeast of Moab, and that kind of green mountain section. Now I'm not going all the way around it, or even all the way to where it says La Sal, but I am going to go into part of it, and then kind of weave around, and then end up going north, and then circling back to Moab. So that's the idea today, and looking forward to the drive. Well, I'm going up in elevation. I can feel it. It already dropped 4 degrees in temperature. Manti-La Sal National Forest. Okay. Well, as I went up in elevation, it got wetter. The road also got more and more rustic. You can see it got rougher. And after a while, I got a little uneasy. I thought, well, I don't really know what's up here. I hadn't seen a car or motorcycle in a long time, so I decided to turn around. I didn't know if I'd find a bear or really what, so I just went with my instincts. I think I got really close to the summit, but not quite, so I'm not sure how close I got, but I think it was pretty close. But I just felt like I needed to turn around and start heading back. And right around this wood pile coming up, I stopped and took a little break and took some pictures and enjoyed the cooler air.
Well, the view here is phenomenal. It won't come through on the camera, but look at how far you can see. I'm at about 9,500 feet. I think that's the town of Moab down there, if I have my bearings right. Wow, all those desert rocks. Cows right by the road. It said cattle crossing the next 8 miles, and based on droppings in the road, they must be all over.
Well, here I'm going to pass a bicyclist, and a little while later another cyclist, and my hat's off to you guys if you do that. There's nothing out here, and it's many miles of hilly country before we get to, you know, a town or a place where you can, you know, resupply or something. There isn't even all that much shade, really. I guess there's some, but not a real place to relax. And I don't know what these guys are made of, but they have my respect. They are tough, able to ride so many miles on a bicycle. I get tired even on my motorcycle.
This is nice. I'm back to following the Colorado River. The water level's down. I was just talking to a rafting guide, and he said that the water levels tend to be really high in June due to all the snow melt on the mountains, high elevation areas. But by July it goes down and it's pretty calm and pretty safe. He said they're like class 2 rapids, and so they're pretty family friendly. I always thought that stuff was really dangerous, but you know, a lot of families do it with no experience, so it must, you know, must not be too bad. Got a really pretty section next to these bluffs and the river. Looks like a really nice bike trail here next to the road. I've seen some bikers today, not a lot of them though. It's pretty hot. All right, finish that route. And that is the second day's ride. That was fun. It was really pretty. And I got to check out the entrance to tomorrow's ride.
Well, I finished the second day, and probably wasn't the most exciting. It was really a beautiful route. It took about a half a day, which is fine with me because it's been so hot. Now, when I went up in altitude, I was at about 10,000 feet in elevation, and it cooled down quite a bit. It was in the upper 50, it was like 58 degrees, I think, was the lowest I saw. So that felt kind of good, but it was a little weird being up there so remote and high, like all alone. And I didn't quite make it to the Geyser Pass, but I must have been really close. And then, you know, and then I finished the circle, ended up over there by the Colorado River on the other side of Moab, and then came back. So it was about a half a day. But in the heat, I was fine with that. So I've been relaxing since then, got some gas. I talked to some folks at a power sports store here about the route tomorrow, and they thought it would be okay on my bike. They did recommend I cut off a certain piece of it. They thought would be more technical and challenging for my bike. So I'm going to do that. There is some question about whether or not a gate will be open tomorrow that'll let you through. But those guys think it would be. But the front desk staff here at the hotel thinks it's closed. So I don't know. I'll just have to see. I guess I'll know soon enough if it's closed. But so that's going to be it. I'm going to have some dinner. Some leftover pizza, I think, for dinner, and then just relax tonight.